What's going on, everyone? Today we have to cover Pudgy Penguins. Literally been doing huge numbers all day long. We are up 16% in the last 24 hours here on Pudgy Penguins. We're going to talk about this. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice, but let's get straight into it. So, like I was saying, Pudgy Penguins is up over 16% in the last 24 hours, 35% in the last 7 days, 52% in the last 14 days, and 59% in the last 30 days. So Pudgy Penguins has been really defying the whole crypto market, literally doing better than everything inside of the crypto market. And if you actually go back over here and you look at Bitcoin and everything else, you can see Bitcoin is down 2.9% in the last 24 hours, while Pudgy Penguins is up 16.2% in the last 24 hours. So this really just shows you that Pudgy Penguins is like now breaking away from Bitcoin, which is really good because everything else is following Bitcoin, and because of that, everything else is dropping. But you have a few projects, including Pudgy Penguins, that is pretty much not following Bitcoin, that is pretty much going up. And if you look here, these are all the coins going up. Here, Pudgy Penguins is amongst all of them, and out of all of them, Pudgy Penguins has the most buying volume, the most 24-hour trading volume at $584 million inside of 24-hour trading volume. It is the top trending crypto amongst all cryptos. It is 100% the top trending one here on CoinGecko and probably on CoinMarketCap too. It's literally number one. So you can't count Pudgy Penguins out. I've been talking about Pudgy Penguins for a while. And like I always say, like, this is my top project right here. This is the top project, right? $653 million market cap. That's pretty good. And let's go over a few things though. So they posted this. It says, we're excited to announce that the Paxos crypto brokerage now supports Pudgy Penguins. So Paxos has listed them. So that's pretty big. And then Paxos posted their little NFT on a post here. So that's pretty cool. The fact that Pudgy Penguins still getting listed to new exchanges left and right, literally. But this is coming from Whale Watch right here. And look, we'll go over the technical analysis in a little bit here, but I want to go over the fundamentals first. So right here, Whale Watch, they say this PENGU setup looks like a textbook reversal in the making. We just saw the third retest of the strong demand zone, followed by a breakout. Historically, this level has provided a huge bounce for the price. The Fibonacci levels suggest a move towards 0.015 and 0.02. So that's pretty decent. That's pretty much what they're guessing that Pudgy Penguins pumps to. And I think that they could be right in a sense here. I think right now, Pudgy Penguins, we might see it push up to, like you said, this area here, this Fibonacci resistance at 0.013, technically 0.014. And then eventually further up there, we'll come up here to 0.017. And then we have the Fibonacci resistance all the way up here at 0.02. So that is a possibility here. So yeah, we'll have to look at that. And like I said, we'll go over the technicals. I'm noticing a lot of different stuff here on the technicals for Pudgy Penguins, and it's looking super bullish, I'm not gonna lie. So yeah, that's what we got there. And then this is just a whole collage of what a bunch of people are saying on Pudgy Penguins. This person here saying PENGU moving much higher, love to see it. They're talking about the 200-day EMA, which I will show you guys that, and I also show you guys the 50-day SMA. We're gonna look at all that good stuff. All right, so we're gonna be looking at both of those and a few other technical indicators, right? But anyways, it seems like people are super bullish on Pudgy Penguins, so that's good. This person's calling it the most undervalued meme coin, which I have to agree that yes, it is underappreciated, undervalued. I don't know, but underappreciated, yes. But right now, currently with the prices, we're at 1 cent. We can start going over the technicals. We just now went through this right here, which is actually a bear flag, which is kind of surprising that we broke out bullish in this bear flag. So if you look over here, bear flags are bearish signals. And right here, this is clearly a bear flag, but we broke out to the upside of it. So I guess that's good. It's good that we broke out to the upside of it. But now we're starting to trend upwards. So we have two different lines here. Right here, we have our 200-day. And that is right here on our right here on the daily chart, we have the 200-day, and then we have the 50-day, which is the red line. So we have the red line, which is the 50-day, and then we have the 200 with the white line. So as you can see here with the 50-day SMA, we are way past it, right? And now we're about to hit the 200-day right here. And the 200-day EMA, this is actually going to be like a resistance area for us, right? And if we blow past this 200-day, then what the other person said is probably going to be true. We're probably going to end up seeing Pudgy Penguins pushing up to 0.012. We have some resistance there, and then we have more resistance at 0.014. So 0.014 right now is the target price for me. That's what I'm watching out for, 0.014. And then as we start to go up, and then when we have that pullback finally, the 200-day EMA right here that we're looking at, the 200-day, that's then going to be like a support level for us because the price is going to be up here, right? And then this line is going to be probably around here by that time. And then we're going to probably end up using that as support and then possibly breaking down below that because at that point, Bitcoin would probably have already pulled all the way back to 70K, the lower areas of 70K. And then we'll probably start to trend downwards on Pudgy Penguins. So Pudgy Penguins is probably going to get like a delayed pullback because I always talk about the percent R trend exhaustion, and you can see here on Bitcoin. I'll make a full video on Bitcoin today. But if you look at this, you can see that the short-term trend is far exceeding the long-term trend. We're going to see the short-term trend coming back on the 15-minute chart. It's going to end up pulling the price down even further. You can already see like we keep getting bear flag after bear flag here on the pullback, and we have another bear flag, and again bear flags are bearish signals, and this is just on the 15-minute chart, so this is like super short term, but it's still good to look at. And then if you also look at the daily chart on the percent R trend exhaustion for Bitcoin, you can see we're about to have a pullback here. So Bitcoin's going to pull back, and the reason why this is important with Pudgy Penguins is because with Pudgy Penguins, we're going to end up seeing a pullback as well, but we might see another breakout before we get the Pudgy Penguins pullback. So the Pudgy Penguins pullback is probably going to be not prolonged, but it's going to be pushed into the future a little bit. But I do believe we're going to end up seeing Pudgy Penguins pushing up to 0.014 and possibly even getting all the way up to 0.02, right? It's hard to say whether or not it's going to happen because right now we are at that 200-day. As you can see here, we have that. Let's actually go back up here. So yeah, like I was saying before, we have the 200-day right here, and I have it set. I have it set up already, but it does look like we're going to blow past it. If we blow past that 200-day, then that is going to be a super bullish thing for us because if we blow past the 200-day, we don't have resistance again until 0.012. And then 0.014, and then we have 0.017, and then 0.02. So if we can get past those levels and then just get rejected here, we can see a nice gain from where we are to that point. And that would be pretty much almost 100. Actually, yeah, it'll be about 100%. From where we are now to that Fibonacci up there at 0.02, that's a 95% gain. That's a 95% gain. So really from 0.01 to 0.02, that's 100% gain. So I think if that happens, I mean, a lot of people are going to be looking real nice on those gains. But you got to think like, do you think that it's going to do that? That's what you gotta ask yourself, because I can't tell you whether or not it's going to do it or not. But just looking purely based off this daily chart on the percent R trend exhaustion, short-term trend going crazy, long-term trend going crazy. They both look like they're going towards that overbought area. So I think that there is a possibility we can push up to 0.02, right? So what I'm looking at for this push, at the most 0.02, at the least 0.014, right? 0.02, 0.014 at the least, 0.02 at the most. That's what we're looking for. Those are the two levels. So let's see if we can hit those levels. Let's get 100% gains. Let's get that money. But yeah. And also, if you look here, we had a bullish divergence too. So this was definitely expected. So if you don't know what bullish divergence is, you have higher lows on the MACD while simultaneously having lower lows on the chart prices, right? So if you look at the MACD, what do you see? This low is high, that one, boom. And then let me go over here again just so you can see it. Higher lows on the MACD, right? These red areas are the lows. Look at how they're getting higher and higher and higher, and then up here higher, and then boom, it takes off. That's because that is what we call bullish divergence. That's bullish divergence. And then when you look at the price, what's happening the whole time? The whole time that was happening, we were getting lower lows the whole time, because that is how bullish divergence is built. So I think that we have enough strength to push Pudgy Penguins up to 0.02. That's what I think is about to happen soon here for Pudgy Penguins. So let me know what you guys think about this. Definitely hit the like button and subscribe if you like the video. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice. You could also trade Pudgy Penguins on Outpacing. Link in the description. You can trade it on there, and you can use very, very high leverage on it. But be careful with the high leverage. But yeah, you can trade on there. You can trade it on the way up. Check it out. Link in the description for Outpacing. All that good stuff. And yep, as always, I'll be back with another video.